Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvisha vahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. My salutations and prostrations to my master, most worshipful and revered Sri Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj. I adore Lord Sri Rama, and I adore Lord Hanumana, Lord Shiva, and whose under the kripa, the grace, we are all sitting, the Lord Venkatesha. My adorations to you all in whose heart the love of the Lord and love of the truth is there. The word name Rama, when you utter, it brings a reflection of the total purity in character. In the Sanskrit, known as a Ram iti Agnibijam. When this Pandit, the priest, the Acharyas, they commence their puja and worship, they throw water like this and make a sound. This is for what? For the purification, that no external environment should enter any adverse faculties in my sadhana or tapascharya. In the word the Rama, the Ra is repeated twice. Not akara but akara. Ram is the Agnibijam, is the Shuddha, the total purity. What this Ra, the word contains, brings a message you should have a total purity, the within and without. Not the external purity, but yad manasi, yad vachasi, tat karmani. What is in your mind? May you speak the same and act accordingly. Manasi anyat, vachasi anyat, karmani anyat, it is not the Ra. It is not the Rama. Tulsi Krita Ramayana, they say so. Mohe chala chidrana bhava. I got no interest in the vulgarism of the mind, that unethical mind, and a mind which has got no purity. Rama said, I don't have any interest. And Tulsi says so. Kama koha mada manana moha lobhana chobhana ragana druha jinake dambha kapata nahi maya tenake hridaya basara ghuraya. Who will have a grace of the Rama? Kama koha mada manana moha Lobana, Chobana, Ragana, Doha. A person who is free from the lust and anger and greed and jealousy, he only can obtain the grace of the Rama. Trividam narakasedam dvaram nashanatmana kama krotas tata lobha tasmate tatrayam taje, says the 16th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Shun these three gates, the kama, krodha and lobha, the lust, anger and greed. Confined to the total purity is the Ra. Andar bahar samakari jane, soi sahab ko pehchane. The total purity, the external purity, and the internal purity, and the eternal purity. It's the purity of the purity. That's what has been demanded or been explained by the Ra. Very essential factor. Acharya Shankara in his Vairagya Dindima again claims kamascha, krodascha, lobhascha dehe tishtati taskaraha jnana ratna baharaya tasma jagrata jagrata. Within you there are three thieves, the rogues are there to take away your knowledge, the gems of your peace. They are the lust, anger and greed. The Ra brings to you the total purity, makes you free from lust, make you free from anger, make you free from greed. Established in the total purity is the Ra. And the Ma stands for Mangala. Mangala Bhavana Amangala Hari Dravao Sodasarat Ajira Vihari Mangala Bhavana Amangala Hari. Rama stands for the total auspiciousness. Mangala. Mangalam bhavatu. Sarvesham swasti bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Sarve santu niramayaha. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. That is what the Rama stands for. Bhumi Mangalam, Udaka Mangalam, Gagana Mangalam, Surya Mangalam, Chandra Mangalam, Vayu Mangalam, Agni Mangalam, Jiva Mangalam, Jagata Mangalam, Mano Mangalam, Atma Mangalam, Sarva Mangalam, Bhavatu, Sarva Mangalam, Bhavatu. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om. This is what the Rama stands for. When you say Rama, all these things come to you. All auspiciousness, all purity. Ulata nama japata jagat jana valmiki bhaye brahma samana. We are starting this story of the Rama from the Valmiki. In India, there is a group of people, they don't accept the Valmiki was a dacoit, or Valmiki was a scheduled caste, or Valmiki was coming from a tribal from the forest. No, they make a quest. They say Valmiki was a Brahma's Manas Putra. They say Valmiki Samaj. Actually, they are all scheduled caste people, the scavengers only, but they don't, they will fight for you that Valmiki was never like that. So now they have started celebrating a Valmiki Jayanti, and they say, national holiday also they want to declare it out. But as the story says, so we know that Valmiki happened to be a kind of a persona that he had no love for anyone. Robi, and he robbed, says Narada. Narada said so. Why you are up to this? Who will help you? Gurudeva Swami Shivanji Maharaj says, who will help you at the time of death? Who will help you? Narada is asking the same question. My wife, my mom, my dad, my children, they said nothing to do with you. No. It's your moral duty to earn money and to feed us. And then he comes and says, Narada, what I'm supposed to do. Narada consulted Saptarishi, that he's such a sinner person, how to initiate him in Mantra Diksha. So okay, give him Mara, not a Ra. So he becomes later Mara becomes Ram. Now we said so that saying Mara, you become Valmiki. No. It is that he continued chanting of this Mara become a Ram, up to what length? Unless and until he become an embodiment of a white ant. White ant hills was so big. For ages he was sitting, not one day, not 1 month, not 1 year. No one is saying how long he was there sitting with all surrounded with. So this is what is the beginning of the Rama Katha. What we are supposed to learn, how we can have a grace of the Rama. The first, you become a simple like a clay. How the Valmiki became a Valmiki. From Valmika become a Valmiki. What is Valmika? That white ant hills is a Valmika. Why this ochre robe has been given to the sannyasins? Why the monk should have the color of the kavi color? It's a color of the clay, the geru. What's that clay? Is the earth. The monk are not supposed to be an adamant. They should be an asset to society and not a burden to society. The first education comes to the monk only. And education comes to one and all. that those who want to enter in the kingdom of a Rama, then try to be most humble, most simple, like a clay, like a mitti. Bhumi bharavahani iti. This earth is having a weight of us, still having a dhairya dharani. There's no problem, never complains, never grudges. No. Those who want to get in the kingdom of the Rama, they should, my master Swami Shivanji Maharaj used to say, bear insult, bear injury, bear injustice. He said, serve, love, give, purify, meditate, realize. Wonderful way of saying, serve, love, give, purify, meditate, realize. Be good, do good, be kind, be compassionate. Inquire who am I, know thyself and be free. Inquire who am I, know thyself and be free. You are not this body, you are not this restless mind, you are the essence of immortal Atman, radiant Atman, eternal divinity. This is your duty, foremost duty, therefore do it now, do not postpone. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The kingdom of the Rama is open for one and all. But you have to serve, you have to love, you have to be generous. Give, give and give. Love, love and love. Serve, serve and serve. Never think of your own comfort. No. What will happen to me? Anything may happen. Are you happy? I will do it. I went to see my master, Gurudev Sri Swami Chidanandaji Maharaj. After spending 6 months in Uttarkasi, down to Ahmedabad on way, I went to see him in Dehradun where he was resting. He said, doctor has asked me to make a little walk. Many days I have not walked. You like a walking, so let us walk today. So, taking a stick in one hand, keeping his hand on my shoulder, the bungalow where he stayed, we made a one circle. With great difficulty, it took a long time. Hardly you needed 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, almost in half an hour. I told Swamiji, you will get tired. Why don't you sit down now? No. You see, when we meet next, we don't know. So, I may get tired, but you should feel happy. I may get tired, you should feel. What is understanding? Then I made him sit down in a chair. He stretched his leg. Keeping his legs on my lap, I started giving a little massage. And then I told Swamiji, why don't you lie down inside? I can give a little massage to your shoulders also. And he said, you see, Adhyatmanandaji, anyone touches to my body, my whole body burns. Are you? How it is, I am doing half an hour, I am doing a massage to you. But it gives you happiness to you or not? This is a teaching of the Rama. You may suffer in any way, but you bring in happiness to others. That is the message of the Rama. Rama stands for it. A total purity, a total character, total transparency. We see in the Rama Katha how it has been started. The first chapter after the Rama, what's happening? First chapter of the first episode in the Krishna Pragatya, what's happening? In the Krishna Pragatya, the first Krishna is killing Putana and Rama Tadaka. What is this Putana killing and what is this Tadaka killing? Putana and Tadaka, they are not the females so-called. No. It's a Kamana and the Vasana. Anyone who want to enter in the kingdom of the Rama, anyone who love to have a grace of the Rama, they should be free from the Kamana and the Vasana. Because Rama himself is a moksha, is a satyam, is a divinity, is the life, is the purity, is the character, is the joy, is the bliss. Whims and vigor and vigilance and diligence and light and power and wisdom. Nothing is lacking. That is Rama. How you can explain the Rama? The embodiment of serenity, regularity, absence of vanity, sincerity, simplicity, veracity, equanimity, fixity, non-irritability, adaptability, humility, tenacity, integrity, nobility, magnanimity, charity, generosity, purity, immortality is a Rama which you cannot learn in your Atlanta University. You have to go back to Ramayana only to learn the university of the Valmiki Ramayana. The Valmiki only can teach you. The Tulsidas only can teach you. The Kamba can teach you. The Kritivas can teach you. The life and teaching of the Rama can teach you this. This is what the life of Rama. The first thing to kill this vasanas and tadanas. As long as there is a desire, desire will take you to the which side we don't know. Because desire are never fulfilled. No, they are like a Rakta Bija. You cut a Rakta Bija and how many drops comes of the blood down? Thousands of Rakta Bija will come. You fulfill one desire and thousands of desire will be again coming. One desire fulfilled, 10 desire will come. Then to having grace of the Ramayana, the Ramayana said so, the Tadaka killing is a must. To be free from a vasana is a must. But we can't be free from the vasanas and kamanas, ichas. As long as the physical frame, the body is there, mind will be there. And the nature of the mind is a desire. So Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Dev said, so you may having a kachami pakami. You have a desire of eating, drinking, be merry, shabda, sparsa, rupa, rasa, gandha. This is no, beyond that there's dasa. Tyagaraja Maharaj said, this morning I was talking in a subject that tavadasoham, tavadasoham, dasoham, tavadasrate, vrityasya, 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 vritya. I am servant, 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 servant. This is a desire. Mane chakar ragochi, desire. Chakar resu, baga lagasu, nita ute darsan pasu, सांवरिया की नंदगलिन में तेरी लीला गासू मने चाकर make me your servant. Is a desire. मैं गुलाम मैं गुलाम तेरा तू साहेब मेरा एक रोटी दे लंगोटी तेरे द्वार पाऊं काम क्रोध छोड़ चले हरि गुण गाऊं रूप नहीं रंग नहीं बरन काया निरगुण रूप निर्विकार मेरा रघुराया मैं गुलाम is a desire. Make me your servant, make me your das. The more you are humble, more you are simple, more you are noble, the Rama is just close to you. Other days, some 3 days, 4 days before, I was talking somewhere that when we are born, the tongue is there. When we are died, the tongue is there. Teeth comes afterward, the teeth goes earlier. Why? Because teeth are very strong, cutting. The ahankara, the ego. Garav kyo so inarharyo, Siya Ramji said, those who keep the head up with all ego, they can't stand. Manojavam martatulya vegam jitendriyam buddhimata varishtam vatatmajam vanaryuta mukyam shirama dutam. His Rama Duta, his Rama's Sharanagati is there. He is a servant of the Rama. It's so very interesting. One day Narada was so much in haste in Vaikuntha, going so quick, kit, making a sound of his wooden sandal. And Lakshmiji says, oh Narada, where you are running? Oh, I am very busy now, please don't stop me. But why? What's the matter? I have got something urgent work with the Narayana. I may help you out. You can't. I may. Tell me. Mom, tell me that I am a devotee of the Lord is there. Of course, who said no? Then why there is not a single temple of mine? And why this bloody monkey Hanuman, so many temples are there? Lakshmi said, oh, please don't go there. It's better to finish this chapter here only, bury this chapter. Why? You see this Anjaneya Swami, your monkey god, is open his heart and shown the Rama, Lakshmana and me also there. You don't open your heart. Then God, word will know what heraferi you have done, what golmal you have done, what blackmailing you have done, what wrong thing you have done will be known to the whole world. Don't ask this question. Hanuman is known for what? Why the Hanuman's temple are in every nook and corner? Because he is a servant. You try to be more humble. You will be known more than you become a king. Very essential. Bhadrachalama, that Ramadasa was there, I believe. The king was there, but the Bhadrachalams, that Ramadasa was more known to than this Badshah or Sultan over there. People gave money to him. And not even that, for him, the Lord came and gave fulfilled the king's desire. Oh, you are asking money, take this money. Make Ramadasa free. Rama says, those become my dasa, I am his dasa. I am dasanu dasa. The more and more we think of the Ramayana, you will know that you remember the Rama in any way with a love and fear. Rama will be for you. This morning in Bhagavata Katha, I was talking about a subject that when people dies, they think of that my mind should stay at the feet of the Krishna. But when Krishna is departing from this earth, his mind was with Vidura. He says, oh Uddhava, I am thinking of a Vidura. You are supposed to go from here to Badri Narayana. Don't go straight, go via Prayagaraja. For the Ganga Yamuna Saraswati is confluence there. Maitreya Rishi is there. My devotee Vidura is there. I love Vidura. Vidura is my heart. Vidura is my breath. Here we are having one character in Ramayana. That character is a Maricha. When Tadakavad was done, after Tadaka's killing, the Subaha was killed, and Maricha, the Rama didn't kill him. Rama removed the head of the arrow, and that a blunt arrow was given, and Maricha was thrown in the border of Sri Lanka. He had a multi-fracture. He had ilium, pelvic, humerus, scapula. Everything was broken in pieces. And he was confined to the orthopedic department for almost many years until the Rama invaded Lanka. There Ravana comes. Oh Maricha, I have heard Rama has come with a Sita, a beautiful girl, and staying in nearby forest. You become a golden deer and go and dance in front of it. Take Rama far. Then I will kidnap this Sita. Maricha says, please forgive me. Many years before, not an arrow, only single stroke when he is given, I am still having a lumbosacral pain, hunchback pain, cervical spondylosis, knees needs a reflection. I am still in a problem. And why? What? He took his Chandrahasa sword. Are you going ready or not? Then Maricha has got a true understanding. Either I have to die with the hand of a Ravana or the Rama. Better to die with the hand of a Rama and not the Ravana. And he becomes a golden deer, dancing. Look here, the great thinking. As long as he was suffering in his orthopedic department, he had no other thought other than Rama only. And the wind comes and the window moves, the Rama has come. Like a Kamsa. Kamsa was not killed by Krishna. By seeing that Krishna is killing Chanuka and Mustika, Krishna brings a Kamsa from the state to the down, and Krishna had heart failure. No chance of giving a single blow to Kamsa. Why? Because continuously from the birth of the Krishna, Kamsa had only fear. He was slowly dying. Because any wind moves and any branch moves, he thinks Krishna has come. Any bird moves, he says Krishna has come. So he had a moksha because the constant, continuous, absolute awareness of the awareness that Krishna is coming. Here Maricha is having constant, continuous, absolute thinking of that Rama is coming. So he was only thinking Rama, 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 Rama. What was his condition? Say it with me. Come on. Chappandi, Chappandi, Ramanamamu. Chappo. Chappandi, Chappandi, Ramanamamu. Meeru Chappamante, Chapparemi, Ramanamamu. Meeru Chappamante, Chapparemi, Ramanamamu. Anandi, Anandi, Ramanamamu. Chappo. Anandi, Anandi, Ramanamamu. Meeru Anamante, Anaremi, Ramanamamu. Meeru Anamante, Anaremi, Ramanamamu. Vinandi, Vinandi, Ramanamamu. Vinandi, Vinandi, Ramanamamu. Meeru Vinamante, Vinaremi, Ramanamamu. Meeru Vinamante, Vinaremi, Ramanamamu. Palakandi, Palakandi, Ramanamamu. Palakandi, Palakandi, Ramanamamu. Meeru Palakamante, Palakaremi, Ramanamamu. Meeru Palakamante, Palakaremi, Ramanamamu. Ramudu, Maramudu. Ramudu, Maramudu. Guna Gramudu, Maramudu. Guna Gramudu. It's a very interesting saying in the Telugu language. Chimadake, Chimadake, o Chintakaya, Niventa Chimadina, Nipulukupodu, a Udikake, Udikake, Ulipaya, Niventa Ulikanani, Kampupodu. Chintakaya ante Chintakaya, Ulipaya ante Nenu Miru Manushudu. Ante Parivartanam Sambhavamu. Chintakaya cannot change his nature. Ulipaya cannot change his nature. Manushya has got been blessed. Vivinakti Dhira, the Viveka and the Dhairya. Continuous, constant thinking, the reasoning of the Rama. Rama bina kachu janata nahi. Chita dekho the Ram sakile. Ram is my heart and Ram is my breath and Ram is my life. That is what the Ramayana is teaching. Rama said, Ram khao, Ram gao, Ram piyo, Ram ho jao. So everywhere, the Rama is nothing else. Yacha kinchi jagat sarvam drishyate shuyate piva antar bahijtat sarvam vyapta Rama swayam. Whatever you touch, whenever you touch and whenever you feel, the Rama is there. Maricha is a wonderful example. When Maricha moves, Rama is to move. Maricha stands, Rama stands. Maricha dances, Maricha is that a deer, golden deer. And then Maricha is looking back. It is not at the time of the death. I go behind the Rama. At the time of a death, behind the Jiva, the God is coming. Imagine the greatest sadhana. They say, Khudi ko kar bulanda itna, ki har ikrar ke pehle Khuda bande se khud puche, bata teri raza kya hai. I elevate myself up to such a spiritual height that writing my future, writing my fate, God has to consult me, tell me what I should write. You write and I will just sign, endorse it. What a great achievement of this marriage. Whenever and more you think of this Ramayana, what we learn, what we gain out of it. Each chapter of the Ramayana is something very great. The first thing is to killing a tadaka, to be free from the ego, to the vasana, kamana. And then comes in a Dhanusha Yajna of a Janaka, where a big Shiva Dhanusha is there. There are a number of kings, they all try over there, and finally Rama is breaking this Dhanusha. What is this Dhanusha breaking? Is it killing an ego? Ego is your identity. Denting of your eye is your identity. We think so. My master Gurudev Sri Swami Shivanji Maharaj said so. Who are the greatest egoist person is a sannyasis. In his singing he said so. Give up abhiman. Sannyasi abhiman. The sannyasis, the monk should give up first. Second, who are all the people? Then brahmanas. I will touch this, I will not touch this. I will sit here, I will not sit here. I will eat this, I will not eat this here. What is this? Whole day you are remembering Tvameva Mata Chavita Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Then why you are making this man to be touched and this man not to be touched? Anyone you touch. Yesterday evening, I was in a gentleman's house. He got a big dog. The dog was so kind to come and lick me. I didn't lick him. But we were kind to having a good time. The dog was very happy. The huge robust dog. Then gentleman's wife said, Swamiji, will you be kind to wash your hands? I told, after touching a dog, if you are taking a food, washing the hands are essential. But actually, after touching a dog, washing of the hands are not necessary. But if you touch any gentleman, better you take a shower. Because most unworthy person. Very essential. Very, very essential. Ego is the greatest problem of the humankind. Sannyasi's abhiman, Brahman's abhiman, then male, female abhiman. I am husband. Husband ka abhiman is such a big abhiman. What is this husband? Are you should thank God to this lady who has left her parents, her friends, her house, her attitude, everything. She is accepted in overnight. Many a times, after a marriage of 3 months and 4 months, the housewife will ask husband, Eme, Yavandi, say like that. Take half a day leave tomorrow. What's the matter? Your father's Shraddha is there. What I am supposed to do in that? Oh fool, you are only supposed to do. You are supposed to know. Why she is supposed to know? But she has come 3 months before in your house. She is remembering the Shraddha of your father and you don't remember. What a pity. All husband has got ego. Try to understand this value. No male abhiman, no female abhiman. The greatest abhiman is where? In a collector's office, the peon is having biggest abhiman. His clerk is known as a talati. Again abhiman. To seeing collector is easy. Talati is a problem. Ramayana teaches us abhiman cannot stay for longer period. Anyone is having a ego, as I have told you, that the tongue stays from beginning to end. Teeth can't stand because the ego. When the wind comes, a tsunami comes, Ashok pendula moves like this, they never break. The eucalyptus trees, they all comes down. Why? Stiff. Don't be stiff. Ramadas, Surdas, Redas, Kabir Das, Kanakadas, Tulsi Das. They're all dasas, dasas, dasas. We should try to be humble, try to be noble, try to be simple. My master Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj always used to say, if someone said so, Sarvam Brahmamayam Urere, Sarvam Brahmamayam, Kim Vachaniyam, Kim Avachaniyam, Kim Rachaniyam, Kim Arachaniyam. My master Guru Maharaj Swami Shivanandaji said, Sarvam Brahmamayam Urere, Sarvam Brahmamayam, Ladka Brahm, Ladki Brahm, Gadha Gadhi Brahm, Idli Brahm, Sapad Brahm, Dosa Brahm, Chutney Brahm. It was not a word to him, it was actually living such a life. Anyone comes, he used to make a Dandavat Pranam, falling at the feet. People used to say me, Pagal Madrasi. But to him, he was saying the Brahman everywhere. He was seeing the Krishna everywhere, he was seeing the Rama everywhere. The Ramacharithmanas is teaching to us that try to be humble and lose your ego by sprawling it. On the way to Janakapuri, very interesting episode comes. That is, the Rama visits the ashram of a Gautama Rishi where Ahalya is there. Ramayana, the Ramcharitmanas explains in a different way that Ahalya became a Salya, a stone, and Rama is touching a feet to the stone, and that stone become again a lady. No. Rama is a Maryada Purusha. He cannot commit such mistake of touching the feet to the mother. Rishi Patni, beyond imagination. Here the education comes from the Ramayana, never heard the feeling of the mother, the housewife. No. Respect housewife. Housewife has got all right to be having an independent thinking. What is independent thinking? Number of places, number of ways it has been explained. Actually, Indra was passing through from nearby with the procession, and because of, you see, Tala Mele, a band baja is there, naturally you want to know what's happening. And this Gautama Narya wanted to see standing the procession of Indra. And Gautam says, how dare you can go and stand there and look at to some other person when I am here. I abandon you. Such a big ego of a rishi, such a big tapascharya of Ahalya. The Rama comes there. Rama has never touched her. Rama brings a solace to her. Rama brings a Gautama Rishi to make him understanding. Kritivasa Ramayana has got an independent thinking, a different thinking. Kritivasa said so. We cannot think that Rama can touch the feet. No. Rama brings Gautama. Rama brings both of them together. It's a simple matter. Why you are standing? Sorry, matter ended. But it seems there was no sorry word. It was only in English dictionary. Why it should be like that? It's Rama's very interesting chapter, the learning from Ramayana, that never hurt anyone's feeling. Try to understand, if I am in her or his place, what will happen? It's a mutual understanding, mutual love, mutual affection, mutual reverence that Rama is teaching. Ram Katha is something very interesting. Kritivasa, we are having Valmiki Ramayana, we have got a Tulsi Ramayana, the Kamba Ramayana, there is a Kritivasa Ramayana. Very interesting generosity of the Rama. Wonderful generosity. What is that? They say so when Meghanada passed away. The dead body of Meghanad was brought to Rama by Jambuvana. Jambuvana said, sir, O Prabhu, this Rakshasa has ruined our race of the bear and the monkeys. We seek your permission to scratch his body and throw the flesh and enjoy his killing. I am having a shirt here and upper cloth. Rama had no shirt, only upper cloth, Uttariya. Putting on the dead body of Meghanada, Lord Rama said so. Rakshas Kumar is fought so gracefully, with all respect, bring his dead body to the main gate of Sri Lanka. Even Kritivasa goes up to that in the Smasana Yatra of Meghanada, Ram joins. Not even that. Mandodari is making Akranda. Mandodari is crying. Hi, 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 hi. By listening the Mandodari's cry, Rama was starting dizziness. He was falling down. Ravana gives a hug and holds Rama. What a great achievement, the character of the Rama and Ravana. Imagine, we think that they are fighting. When they are in the war, when they fight. Otherwise, they had a respect for the person for a person. Ramayana teaches us. Never lose the chance of giving a respect to the known and unknown. Do not demand a respect. Always try to give a respect. Yesterday we came to function. We came little earlier. Not earlier, we were asked to be there 5 minutes before 4. So we were there 5 minutes before 4. Practically house was empty. So we began sitting on one side, we sat there. Then Uma Mataji and Ravi Garu was asking me, you would like to sit here? I told, my master has taught me, you go to any function, sit in the last. No one will ask you to get up from there. And if they will ask you, they will make you sit on the stage because you are fit to be there. But we love to be always in the front, where you are not fit to be. And they will say, excuse me, they are for VIPs, you sit in another chair. Then you go to the second line, this is, oh, excuse me, this is for, this is for trustees. And go to the third line. Go to the third line. Then say, hey, excuse me, why don't you leave some few lines and go? Because they are, for media we have to give them. What is this? The donors should give them. Why you have gone there? If you go there, better you sit on the last, that's all. Then no one will say, get up from here. Very interesting. But we like to sit in the front. The Ramcharitmanas is teaching up to here also. Never demand any respect. Give a respect. Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari. The word is like a mirror. The more you give a respect, respect will come to you. You give a love, the love will come to you. Give a hate, hate will come to you. Ramcharitmanas, the Valmiki Ramayana brings very wonderful gems. Hanuman is having always a thought. Whenever this Rama is hugging me, he is always saying, Tuma mama priya bharata samabhai. I love you like a Bharata. Hanuman was a buddhimatam varishtam, but still he was thinking, Bharata is invisible, he is not here. Visible is Lakshmana. Since the Rama has come here, Lakshmana is never sleeping, standing all night. Then why this Lakshmana, Bharata is more priya than Lakshmana? That was continuous thought in the Hanuman's mind. Now when Hanuman was asked to go and bring a Gandhamadana Parvas Jadi Bhuti, a secret medicine, herbal medicine, for to revive Lakshmana's life, when he was coming, it was so quick for him, it was not a big problem. He had a thought, let me go via Nandigram and see what Bharata is up to. Let me go and see. Bharata is not sleeping. No. Bharata is up. Bharata in Nandigram never stays on the ground. No. My Rama, my brother, my Lord, my God, my soul, when he is sleeping in the floor, how I can sleep in the same level? So Bharata has made a huge big pit, 10 feet down. And Bharata is staying there. Imagine the reverence, the unity of the brothers. Now, from that pit, Bharata is seeing a huge big monkey is flying with a big mountain. He has heard about the Rama Ravana Yuddha, because the Valmiki said so, Rama Ravana Yuddha, Rama Ravana Yoho. Rama Ravan's war was like a Ram Ravan's war. You cannot compare with anything else. Oh, it may be some devil going against the Rama. So he too, in Ram Katha, twice it has happened, removing the head of the arrow, throwing only a one stroke up. The stroke was so powerful, Shriram, like up. Then one struck to the mountain stayed up, and Hanuman comes down. When Hanuman did such a big stroke, in the name of Ram, no one can protect Ram ke samne. Ram, Ram, it was so painful to Hanuman. Now Bharat became alert. Oh, he's a Rama devotee. What I have committed a sin, a blunder. So he started thinking what is to be done. He meditated upon. Oh, he realized it's a Hanuman. It's a great devotee. He's carrying a herb. The herb doesn't reach in time. Lakshmana cannot survive. Lakshmana cannot survive. Ram will never come. What I am supposed to do? Paitakaran. What I am supposed to do? Then all of a sudden he had a spark in his mind. He took a water in his hand from the Kamandalu. Oh Lord Rama, oh my soul, oh my heart, oh my breath, oh my God, oh my life. If I have got 100% faith in you and my devotion is towards you, let this monkey revive in the life. And Hanuman was up. Hanumana made 3 pradikshana to Bharata, made dandam pitta, padivela dandamalu. He made a darshan, pranam. Kindly pardon me. I had a doubt. Why Rama is always thinking of you? Rama remembers me. Yes. Tuma mama priya Bharata is samabhai. I wanted to know why Bharata is so great. You are really great, which I am not. Hanuman's confessing, remember. Hanuman said, what you have done, I would have done it. When Lakshmana was down with the Shakti of a Meghanada, I would have taken a water in my hand. Oh Lord Rama, if I am having Ananya Bhakti, Ananyashchintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paripasate, Tesham Nitya Yuktanam Yogakshema Mam, I got a total surrender at your feet, total devotion to you. Oh Rama, let this Lakshmana revive. I would have done it. I didn't do. And you have done it. Your faith in Rama is great. One can confess. It is very essential. We commit a blunder and we don't want to confess. Ramcharitmanas said so that I was in a Salt Lake City in Utah in my last visit. Number of doctors They used to come to satsang, in a common satsang, but they say, Swamiji, you are free in a late evening, can we all sit with you and you can teach us Brihadaranyaka Upanishad? I say, I can't teach Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. I have not studied. You have not studied? No. They say the first Swami coming from India and telling that he has not studied Brihadaranyaka. I say, what's wrong in that? The thing which I have not studied, I can say I have not studied. We don't believe. You believe or not? I can't help you out. Ask Isha, Kena, Kataka, Mundaka, Mandukya, Etaraya, Tetaraya, Sveta, Sveta, Chandogya. This is all I can teach because I will learn. This which I have not learned, I can't teach. Oh, very good. Very good. We'll come to your satsang. You teach something else. Not Brihadaranyaka, but teach. Why? Because you can speak truth. Very essential. Adhyatmanandaji is teaching to us. Ramakatha is open your heart. Be transparency. Hanuman's life, we have to learn that, having a life of transparency. If you don't know what's wrong in that, to telling you no, never bluff. If you bluff and people will come to, they will lose a faith in you. You're cheating. No. We are having a wonderful character in Upanishad also. A Jabali. Very good. Satyakama. He wanted to go and study at the feet of the great saint. He has asked, Mom, I want to go to Guru. He said, yes, please go. I am happy. Then my Guru will ask, what is the name of your father? Tell, I don't know. You did ask your mom, tell my mom's name is Jabali, my name is Satyakama. Then when your mom did say, tell, my mom doesn't know who is your father. Tell. And then Guru asked him, what's your name? Satyakama, sir. What's your father's name? I don't know, sir. How? My mother's name is Jabali. I have asked, she told me, I don't know who is your father. A straight matter. Oh. Guru is giving a hug to this young lad. He said, so much truth only the Brahmana can speak, none else. What a great achievement. Hanuman's life, we can see a transparency in the life. Very essential factor. We are supposed to learn from Ramayana. What we learn from the Ramayana? It is not in the Ramakatha, but it's the vision of the people. That when Rama coming back after Lanka Vijaya, he is requesting his mother, Kaushalyamba, Mom, if you kindly permit, we would like to sit all family together. Tomorrow you are going to make my coronation. The eve of the coronation, I would like to sit with all members of the family. Very essential chapter, you will know the learning from the Ramayana. Families should sit together. Families should eat together. Families should pray together. You will never grudge and you will never complain. Our complaint, the children, they don't listen, Swamiji, the children of this land. No, children are born from your womb only. From which age we would like to give an education to the kids? My Master Gurudev Swami Shivanji Maharaj used to say, 1 year before the birth of the child, you should try to give him education to the child. It means if it is not in the education of the mom and dad, child cannot have the education. How you behave, child will get a reflection of it. You should be a cultured person. Mutual understanding and love, and never to quarrel and never to fight. Never to abuse each other. Child will have all reflection, child will learn from your behavior. All good and bad comes to the child is all because of you only. Very essential factor. Rama is requesting the Kaushalyamba, asking a permission. Tomorrow you are going to make my coronation. I would like to see the whole family should sit together. Kaushalyamba, Sumitramba, Kekeyamba, all three mothers, all four brothers, Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna, Mother Janaki and Sita, Mandavi, Unmila and Shrutikirti, they all sit together. Then Rama, with the permission of the mom, permission of the Guru's presence, Vasishtha Guru, asking, tomorrow you are going to make my coronation. I am going to be king. The moment I become a king, I will be no more your brother. Understand this, what a great achievement of the person. The moment I become a king, I will be no more your brother. So anything you want to ask is a relation of the brother you ask today. Tomorrow if you ask, it will be discussed in the court. And the permission of the court, permission of the minister only will get, otherwise you will not get. I don't know about the America what's happening. I know in India what's happening. If your name is been selected, that it may come in the minister's list, it may come that you become a minister for petroleum. People will know that इनके नाम की चर्चा हो रही है, petroleum minister बनेंगे. His name is being discussed, is going to be, and then overnight you will have 100,000 relation. I am your first nephew's sister's brother-in-law's uncle's son. Kindly see that you grant my 2 petrol pump in my village, one inside the city, one outside the city. So those who are inside, they will take petrol. Those who goes out and in, they get petrol from me. And then I want to have 1 petrol pump in Bombay, one Delhi also, and Chandigarh also. Overnight people will be asking a long list. Very funny thing I know. A gentleman in Ahmedabad, he was told that he is going to be a minister, and then he has to go to Delhi. He came to airport. People were giving a requisitions letter, number of letters. You bring this, you bring that, do this, do that, sign this paper and put this paper down. He picked 2 files. He was no secretariat because he is not yet minister. He has to live by himself in the hand. And then when he was in the airport, he received a telephone call. Your name has been dropped out, better you go home. What a pity. Rama is asking what a wonderful thing. Tomorrow I am going to be a king and I will be no more your brother. Anything you want to ask, you ask today. Because tomorrow if you ask, I cannot give as a brother to you. As a king, I have to seek a permission of the court, of the Guru, and our subjects to grant whether it should be given to you or not, then can be given. Bharata, what you want? Bharata said, Nath, I want only your devotion, nothing else but the devotion. Demand something you want. I want only devotion. Lakshmana, what you want? Lakshmana would have been asked the subject, what is business? Huh? What do you mean? What do you ask? 50-50. You went for 14 years, I also was there. You were sleeping. I was not sleeping. Give me half kingdom. He didn't say like that. I want only a service of yours. Lakshmana asking service. Satrughna, what you ask? I want a devotion and service to Bharat. Imagine this love, brothers. What you can learn from Ramayana. Commitment, dedication, samarpan bhav. They will ask Urmila, because Urmila was left behind. Urmila said, so let Shruti Kirti ask first. Shruti Kirti, what do you want? She is a Satrughna's wife. She said, I wish everything goes smooth. Urmila and Mandavi are yet to ask. But in case either of the one, if they ask, Rama, go again for exile. It's my humble prayer, O Lakshmana, don't go alone, take Urmila also with you. Because Rama was with Sita. Bharata was with Mandave, Satrugna, Shruti, Kirti. Urmila was left behind. We were feeling sorry by seeing her sorry figure. Kindly see that she should not be left alone. Krittivas is explaining so dramatically this subject, very interesting way. He said so. Urmila, what do you want? Urmila says, I don't want anything. Why? It is a 16 years road of our marriage. No one has asked what you want. And after 16 years someone is asking, don't you think it's a shame on our part to demand something? We have rode in 16 years peacefully. We can spend rest of the life. I don't want to demand anything. No. Ask. I don't want. This character of Urmila is beyond imagination. Character of Urmila is such a great character. If you minus the character of the Urmila, Rama cannot have a Lanka Vijayam. No. Because Rama was able to kill Ravana because Meghnad was killed earlier. Meghnad was Indrajita. He was able to make a Vijaya upon the Indra. Difficult to conquer Meghnad. But Meghnad actually, he adopted a princess of a Nagaloka. He went to the Nagaloka. The Sulochana was there. He fell in love with Sulochana and brought the Nagaloka, the Sheshanaga said, so you, a gentleman with the black hair from the earth, you cannot wed the girl from a Nagaloka. You can't do anything to me. The Shesha said, I will kill you. You can't. I am going to kill you. Then you have to take a birth on the earth. And having a wife, you have to live for 14 years with all total celibacy, not to think of her. Not to sleep for 14 years, then only you can kill. I will see that I don't sleep for 14 years. I don't think of her. I will not sleep, but I will kill you. That was Lakshmana. This Lakshmana, when he came to know Rama is going for exile, he says, I will go with you. Valmiki Ramayana so beautifully explained. Rama says, better you go and seek a permission from your mom and inform your wife. Take a permission from the mom and inform your wife. So it's again a wonderful, look at so Sumitramba, another great character. Lakshmana comes and asks, elder brother is being asked by father and mother Kaikeyi, not having any vengeance, straightway, to go to exile for 14 years. Mom, kindly permit me to go with my lord, elder brother, to serve him. Then Sumitramba said so. Ramam dasaratam viddhi, mam viddhi janakatmaja, ayodhyam atamim viddhi, gachatata yathasukam. What a great achievement. Imagine for a time being in one part of the Atlanta, there is a fire. And your neighbor's son has gone there. And the neighbor's wives come to your house. Madam, yes. Your son is inside. What's the matter? My son has gone to that part. There's a fire there. As people are throwing a bullet, killing is happening. Why don't you send your son to go and bring him back? Do you think you will send your son in that fire? Son is sitting inside watching TV, eating popcorn. And what you will say? Oh no, I never knew. My son has gone in the morning to the library, he must be in university. Sumitramba is not like that. Ramam dasratam vidhi. Go, gaccha tata yathasukam. What you learn from the Ramayana. Serve, serve, serve. Love, love, love. Give, give, give. This is divine life. Swami Shivananda said so. Very, very, very painful story. But it gives an inner satisfaction of that great mother. Gaccha tata. Go with a great pleasure. And then Ramam dasratam vidhi. In Rama, look at your father. That is my father. Mam vidhi janakatmaja. Janaka's atmaja. Janaka's daughter. And the Sita. Look at to me. So when you see the Rama and Sita, see that you are seeing it your parents. Serve them like your parents. Jahan Ram taha Avadha. Ayodhyamadamin Vidhi. In the forest where Rama is staying, feel you are in Ayodhya. Gaccha Tata. Go. What a great persona this Sumitra. And then when Lakshmana comes to his own palace, some little smell came already to Urmila. She never knew what to do. She was standing at the door where we normally don't do any lena dena, because we say the door step, the Narsimham is there, the Lord Nrsimha is there. So she was standing, keeping both legs and hands up and like this. Unmilita Nayana. So very wonderful is being next. Unmilita. Not open eyes, not the closed eyes. One hand up. And Lakshmana virtually following the instruction of elder brother Rama, inform your wife and come. Take a permission from your mom. So he took permission, inform, what? I am coming, that's all, finished, inventory. They say so. Urmila was standing all the time there, waiting for the husband, not thinking of her physical fitness or hunger and thirst. The tapaswini. Because of her tapas only, because of her austerity only, Lakshmana was able to kill that Meghanada. And because the Meghanad was killed, Rama was able to kill the Ravana. What a great relation of each other. A great philosopher of Germany, Samuel Kant, he said so. You cannot pluck a flower in your own garden without disturbing the star in the heaven. The relation is like that. Ramayana has no character, you can be minus it out. They are asking Mandavi, what do you want? Bharat's wife. Mandavi says, you have to promise me that whatever I demand, you have to give me. Yes, it will be given. No, you please promise. Sita gives a hug to Mandavi. Mandu, Yem kavala chapo? Very politely, with all so much of love, she must have asked. Mandu, chapo, chapo, bangaru, chapo. She told like that. And the Mandavi said, so promise me. Raghukula reet sada chali aayi, prana jaya paravachana na jaya. Mandavi said, you all went in the forest. Oh Rama, your padukas are with me. Your Valkal Vastra, your Rudraks, and your Jata, which you had in the forest, I want all three of them. Sita is giving again a hug. Why you are asking all such things? Mandavi, why? Mandavi said, I will keep this in my bedroom. So when I sleep, I see them. When I get up, I see them. So my night should not become a night of a bhoga. And my morning should start with a yoga. Please give me this. Imagine the character of the Ramayanas. We keep on chanting the mantras. Na karmana, na prajaya, dhanena, tyagena, eke amrtatva manasu. Tyagena eke amrtatva. Not a single character of a Ramayana has got anything like a give me, give me, give me. All renunciation. Wonderful. When Rama was asked in exile that you had a coronation and they didn't make a coronation, they asked you to go to forest. Then he says, Tadadina mohe kanana raju. You have to win a coronation. No, my father has given me a kingdom of the forest. What a wonderful thing. Contented life is a continuous waste. Rama is contented. Sita is contented. Sita was asked by number of corners, number of areas. It's so difficult to go in the forest. Tamne nahi male tela fulela padharo piyarvani. No one will dare to look after you to put a oil on your head. And earlier this princess used to have a pulse in each hair. No one will dare to give a shampoo to you, a sandalwood powder and paspu pudi to do a snanam for you. No one will be there. You have to walk barefoot because your husband is walking barefoot. You have to walk barefoot. You don't have a sleeping pillows there, cushion there. Sita said, no, my husband is there. I am supposed to be there. I have taken a vow, putting a hand in a hand for a saptapadi to going together. The character of each one character is so great. Rama we say so, Suddha Brahma Paratpara Ram, Kalatmaka Parameshwara Ram, Shesh Talpasuga Nidrita Ram, Brahma Devara Pratita Ram. Rama is a Shuddha Brahma. But still in the Rama's life also problems are there. There is a three kind of the problem we said so, Sattva, Raja and Tama. Rama is abide with the three king, Janaka, Dasaratha and Ravana. Sattva, Raja, Tama. Three mothers, Kaushalyamba, Sumitramba, Kekayamba, Sattva, Rajas, Tamasa. Three brothers, Bharata, Lakshmana, Satrughna, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Three cities, Janakapuri, Ayodhya and Sri Lanka, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. And three rishis, Vasishtha, Valmiki and Vishwamitra, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Even the Shuddha Brahma, Rama also has to go through this unfortunate, because when you take a birth you can't help. Then who can help? How you can do it? Hanumana, when he is supposed to cross this ocean, he has to face all these Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Hanuman was keeping quiet. The Sundarkand commences that who will jump, who will go across the... Then Jamvan said so, Jamavanta ke vachana suhaye suni Hanumanta harasi urlaye. Jamvan says so, Ramakaj, you are born here to do something good. Oh, then Hanuman's body becomes so big. Buddharaka becomes so giant. And we flew from there. He flew from a Trikuta Parvata. Repeat this word, very interesting. Say Trikuta. Trikuta. Kuta, make a paste of tree. A ginger, a chili, coriander. Make all the three together. What is that? Ego, lust and anger. In case you want to come across, you want to conquer this Sattva, Rajas and Tamasa, you have to conquer this lust, anger and greed. If we can conquer the lust, anger and greed, with a transparency in the life, a total surrender to the Rama, then you can go beyond the Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Rama is a jnana. Hanumana is a karma. The jnana's demand is for bhakti. A dry jnana has got no value. You take a soap cake. You take a soap cake and keep on rubbing on a cloth without adding a water. You will be rubbing your fingers. Water is essential, sine qua non. A liquid detergent will put in a machine. But what about the water? Jnana is asking karma to go in the search of a bhakti, the Sita. Now, when from the jnana, the karma you do, in the search of a bhakti, you have to face this Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Sattva was a mountain, came up from the ocean. Your father helped me a lot to save my life. Why don't you rest and go? He said, no. Ram kaj karibeko atur. Until I finish my work, I cannot rest. Very essential to understand. Any work has been given to ask, kindly keep your mind to fulfill the task. Then rest. Repeat with me. Say, if I rest,
I rest,
Again, if I rest, I rust. Don't rest. Be vigilant. Aim of your life is very essential. Sattva is not to rest. Sleeping is a tamas. Then comes another guy. It is a big manasavata. A big sarpini comes, I'm going to eat you. Hanuman says, kindly allow me to go to Sri Lanka. I have to finish the Rama's work. I have to search for the Sita. Then I will come. No, I will eat. She kept on making her mouth so big. And Hanuman also slowly became big. Finally, when she was so big, Hanuman became all of a sudden small. Made a 3 round in the mouth. Bye-bye. Allow me to go now. What was that? Anoraniyan mahato mayiyan. Any work you want to do, if the big man is there, you just come like a big man. Children are there, be like a child. Very essential factor. Maharshi Patanjali said so, if you meet and be in the company of very great divine soul, you be humble there. And if you see a gentleman is in a great difficulty, please help him. If you see a gentleman has got a love and reverence for you, and doing a good gesture to the world, be like him. And if you find there is a rogue, you keep a long distance. It's very clarity is being explained. Here, Hanuvana is following a ditto the Patanjali's teaching. Because Parvata was asking, he touched it, he says, thank you. Because the scenery was, that Manasa was there, he went 3 times in the mouth. But the scenery was a tamas. She was so powerful lady, being in an ocean, by seeing the shadow, she will catch the shadow, the things will come down. Hanumana killed her. Not even that, when Hanuman enters in Sri Lanka, Lankini is there. She is asking a number of questions, Hanumana gives a big blow and she vomits out. Then she realized that Brahma, when came to give a boon to Ravana, at that time he has given boon to me also. When monkey comes and gives a blow and you vomit out blood, then you will be having a moksha. Pravesh nagara ki jai sabakaja. What you learn from the Ramayana? Any work you do, Pravesh nagara ki jai sabakaja, Hridaya rakhi kausalapur raja. Any work you want to do, start with the name of the God. The Muslim people, when they start, they say Inshallah. The name of the God we start. Om Gananam Tva Ganapati. The Ganesha. The name of the God is the first. Take a God. Why Arjuna was able to win? Because Krishna was in the front. Krishna was not in the back. Keep God front. Then you will have victory. When Hanuman is entering as a midnight in a Lanka. Midnight in a Lanka, to search of the Sita, is going in midnight house to house and door to door. All Rakshasas boozed with XXX Black Bull. And they are sleeping with their wives half nude. Hanuman has no interest to see any of the lady. Hanuman wants to see whether Sita is there or not. Why this Sundarkand is known as Sundarkand and not a Bandarkand? Because he set a fire to Sri Lanka. He removed all Ashok Vatika, broken down all the trees, but still it is known as a Sundarkand because of the Hanuman's character, Hanuman's purity, Hanuman's dedication, Hanuman's loyalty towards only Rama. What we can learn from Ramayana? Learning from Ramayana is only Rama bina kachu janata nahi. Guru kripanjana payo mere bhai. That I should have sought only the Guru's grace and I should not see anything other than Ram. Jagata Ramahi, Sovata Ramahi, Sapane me dekyo Raja Rami. In my awakened condition, in my dream condition, in my conscious and unconscious, in all condition, I am bliss, bliss, bliss. That should be the learning from Ramayana. Chidananda, 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 Har hala mein alamast, Sachidananda. कैवल्य केवल कुटस्थ आनंद हूँ अजरानंद अमरानंद अचलानंद हूँ, हर हाल में अलमस्त सचिदानंद हूँ। चिदानंद 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 हूँ, हर हाल में अलमस्त सचिदानंद हूँ। निर्भय निश्चिंत चिद्घनानंद हूँ, कैवल्य केवला कुटस्थ आनंद हूँ। In all conditions I am with the Rama.